I'm sure many of you have noticed that I am subscribed to a lot of other YouTube atheists, and many of them have differing views. One of the topics which I think has really separated a lot of atheists here on YouTube is, does religion hurt people or not? And if it does, how much does it hurt people? How much does it affect others? And what should we do about it? For those of you who have been with me for a while, or maybe some of you new people might have caught on, I tend to think of religion as slightly outdated in today's context. I don't think it's necessary, and indeed it's quite irrational, along with the rest of the pseudoscientific crap that we buy today, like homeopathy and psychics and UFO theories and whatnot. But, overall, I do not think very highly of religion. Now, Bionic Dance, one of the atheists I am subscribed to, espouses the view that religion hurts people. And is this true? Well, maybe on a general level in history, that could have been the case, but is this true now? That's a little bit harder to prove. On the one hand, it's difficult to deny. You see all of these Christians who oppose gay marriage on the basis of religious doctrine. You see all of these Muslims who bomb places, who speak of terrorism, who call out for Danish blood because one comic upset them. And you see all of this harm that has been done by the religious. And you have to wonder, has that been justified in the Bible? Has that been justified in the Quran? Has that been justified in various other holy texts? And the answer is, of course, yes. At one point, and in somewhere in that holy text, all of these atrocious acts have been justified and sometimes even condoned by the God in question. Even at its most superficial level, as an ideology, can it hurt people? Well, if you are talking about an ideology that focuses on belief rather than truth, if you focus on faith rather than critical thinking, that can be harmful to society. I definitely think that is harmful to society. The last thing we need is for people to engage in that sort of wishful thinking. We need people to be critical thinkers here in society in order to progress. At the same time, though, I cannot exactly say that all Christians are inherently harming me just by believing in a god or gods. Most of them don't even accept some of the things in the Bible or take it literally. And I know that a large number of them, who I know at least, do not engage in such bigoted acts as to kill homosexuals or to show discrimination towards atheists and other non-believers of their faith. Personally, the last thing I want is a religious person to feel that they are being bigoted just because they hold different views than I do. On the contrary, I'd rather them go out into the open and let their views be heard, because that creates good discussion, and that shows society exactly what our moral boundaries can be, how they are established, and essentially this will create some nice and healthy discussion, which I think is something that's a little bit lacking in society considering how PC we are these days. And even though I pretty much disagree with a large majority of the religious people here on YouTube on a large majority of topics, I would have to say that I would want their voices to be heard, because that's how we come to fruitful, rational discussion. And really, isn't that something that we need more of? Isn't that something we aspire to, no matter if I'm right or wrong? Isn't that something that is inherently beneficial for everyone? Well, may the truth always be heard.